Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing an update video on my Makita handheld 18 volt vacuum. I did an original video on this and I had owned it for a while already when I made that one. So now I've officially owned it for about 2 years, but I usually do update videos, so I didn't do any differently with my Makita, and I thought I would make this just to show you guys how it's going and if it's still functioning. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So the suction on this vacuum is still really good. I don't have any issues with it at all, and I really thought it may have like diminished by now, but it hasn't. It's still really powerful and I can vacuum almost anything up into it. I do have a pet bunny, and my pet bunny eats hay, and it does have trouble, the vacuum has trouble suctioning up the hay because the pieces are so big. So you can see right now I'm trying to suck that up and it's not going. None of my other handheld vacuums can suck it up either, so I'm not going to hate on this vacuum for that, because the only vacuum I do have that can suck it up is my really powerful, like, plug-in big vacuum. The battery life on my Makita is still really good. I don't have any issues with that either. My house is small, it's under 1,500 square feet, so it doesn't require a lot of battery for a vacuum to be able to handle my whole house, and all my hardwood floors are really easy to finish. Even with the small vacuum, if I'm just doing a quick, run through of my house trying to clean things up, I definitely don't have any problems with the battery dying, and both of my batteries also charge very quickly. Right here, I'm just cleaning up where my cat eats. The reason I'm showing this is just showing you guys how versatile it is. It's so easy to use and change the little pieces that go in the vacuum, and I still use this thing every day for the same things, like vacuuming the floor, vacuuming up the cat food area, and it's awesome for that. This is like where my trash can goes. Behind it, it was always so dirty, and as you can see, the suction is still so good, it still works so well, and I really just don't have any issues with it right now. As you guys know, I do have an extra piece that goes with my vacuum, this little Cyclone piece, if you guys watched the first review video, and that thing is very useful. I do want to say though, hair does get caught in it sometimes, so just be aware of that. It's not anything that's a big deal. It's definitely worth having the Cyclone piece for me, and I love everything about this vacuum, but hair can get caught in it, and I have noticed if I vacuum up the hay from my bunny, if it does actually go in the vacuum, then it does easily clog that Cyclone attachment. I said it in my original video, and I'm going to say it again, this thing can get under every surface. It's so small and tiny, and it can lay almost flat. So that is super useful. Okay guys, so in this next part, I'm going to show you how loud the vacuum is, because last time I really didn't have anything to compare it to. So here's my loudest plug-in vacuum, and I'm going to let you guys hear that. This is the loudest vacuum I have. And so now I'm going to show you guys the quietest vacuum I have. And the Makita sits right in the middle. It's not the loudest, and it's not the quietest either. So I have 2 batteries, and one thing I thought I would mention is that when I use my 3 amp battery, the vacuum does become more heavy, so I just thought that'd be something I should point out. It's pretty lightweight with the 2 amp battery, which is what it comes with, but if you do get a bigger battery, just so you know, it does make the vacuum a little bit heavier. So maintenance is still really easy on my vacuum. The only thing I didn't mention in my first video was that this mesh thingy also needs to be cleaned, this little like pre-mesh filter. It does get dirty and it will get smelly if you don't clean it, so make sure you clean that out. Also, this tiny little sponge here also needs to be cleaned out. It gets really dirty really fast. So make sure you take that out. It's really easy to remove and just take the dirt off, and putting it back in there is super easy as well. Just make sure that no dirt gets in there because that leads directly to the motor, and we don't want to mess the motor up or get any unfiltered piece of dirt inside there. I figured I would also mention that you can buy a brush for this thing. I haven't got it yet, but I'm really interested in getting one, and it's pretty cheap on Amazon. I also wanted to mention that I have the 18 volt and there is a 40 volt option, which I saw people mention on my comments in the original video, and that is on Amazon too, and it's just a more powerful version of the 18 volt, but unfortunately this version is $470, so I'm probably not going to buy it anytime soon. The last thing I want to mention is my little end piece does have cracks in it. These cracks were there in my original video, and so I thought it might break soon, and I mentioned that I could buy a replacement piece if that happened. Well, I actually still haven't had to buy a replacement piece. The cracks are visible, but for some reason it still hasn't broken, so it's actually been pretty resilient, and I'm very happy about that. My overall thoughts on this vacuum are that I still love it, it's still working great, the battery life is still great, it has a few minor quirks, but other than that, I am in love with this thing, and I am so happy I made the choice to get it a while back, and I do plan to use it for a lot longer. I also want to mention that this vacuum is still at a good price point on Amazon for the vacuum and the charger and battery, so I'll leave that link still down below in the description for you guys. Any comments or opinions, I love to hear from you guys, so just let me know in the comments down below, and thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.